Lil bro, we are Trey
and Jay.
And in today's podcast, we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Warzone 2.0. Should we call it 2.0 or should we just call it 2?
I like 2.0. It makes it sound more sophisticated.
Okay. This is for those people that are in their car, that's at work, that's at the gym, and just want to listen to something and vibe. We got y'all. Jay, I want to start off. We just seen the reveal. Well, this is our second reveal because we played it ourselves at the Call Next event.
True.
We also have that video up on YouTube as well if you guys want to go tune in and watch that. This is our second time watching Warzone 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know how you feel from the pro side, not the con side. I'll give the con side because I know it's easier for the big bro to say the bad stuff.
It's also easier for the podcast itself to have one person give pros and cons. That it makes the discussion better.
I'll take the cons for this video. Let's switch cameras. Go ahead and let us know. What's the pros, man? How you feel about Warzone 2 so far?
Warzone 2. What's the map called? Al Mazrah?
Al Mazrah, I think.
We gonna be really playing Al Mazrah now. Ain't gonna be no more Verdansk, Caldera. This is Mazrah now. It's the big Maz.
Okay.
Pros of Warzone 2.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the atmosphere and environment of the map now. I like the fact that the map feels more authentic to a battle royale map. Mm-hmm. I enjoy the landscape. I enjoy the buildings. I enjoy the design of the buildings, and I love the verticality of everything.
Okay.
I love the fact that there are new vehicles as well, and there are also civilian cars you can drive too. Some of them are slower than others, i.e. that I don't even know what you want to call it. Power station, power wagon, wherever you want to call it. It's white. That bit is slow.
Right.
That's only one of them whips that you trying to get from one place to the other, or you just trying to get out of the mix.
Right.
D-Rob and I discussed this, and I actually like the fact that there's a fuel gauge in Warzone 2 now.
I do too.
I actually enjoy it because for everybody that's played Warzone 1, there was a period of time, especially in solos, where it was a truck pandemic, where people would just stay in a Big Bertha the entire game, and then you're pretty much left up to chance of hoping that that truck is either close to being damaged or you have the proper lethals, kill streaks, whatever you want to call it, to be able to destroy that truck and get that person out.
Right.
But with Warzone 2 now having a fuel gauge, now that is going to change the tide of a lot of gunfights, escapes, routes, you name it. Because that was actually a feature I enjoyed in H1Z1.
Right.
That there was still a fuel gauge and you could push the car to its limits, but at some point when that car had no fuel, that car was not moving at all.
It makes you think.
It does.
It makes you think. You're like, I'm running out of gas. Where am I going?
Mm-hmm. Especially with everything as far, like you're trying to get to another part of the map or whatever the case may be. You know, I really love that there's a fuel gauge. I love the fact that there are also less bots now on the map. Okay. Because from the version that we played at Call Next, there were bots everywhere.
Okay.
I enjoy the new UI of Warzone. I also
actually very, very nice UI.
Very clean.
Can we actually talk about that for a little bit?
Very clean. Let's discuss it.
The backpack. I love the backpack system UI. I love the backpack UI. They fixed it. Number one. They made it easier for you to navigate it, and it looks clear. It kind of took that BO4 backpack, and it was like, all right, now let's spice this bit up a little bit and make it better from the time that we played it at Call Next, because it was kind of crazy how to use it on when we was at Call Next. I was like, damn, this, you know,
it was confusing.
It's kind of confusing a little bit.
It was confusing, but
I thought the looting UI looked very good too. Yeah, the looting, like not backpack, just actual going.
The icons themselves too.
The icon's clear. You can see what this is, what that is. Clear as day. You know what ammo is. You know what that. I like what they did with the UI and how they use the backpack and stuff, and just clearing up the stuff on the actual screen itself. The screen, things aren't blocking. It's not in the way. Like you're not seeing a whole bunch of stuff popping up. They did good with the UI. I got to give them credit. Even the buy station UI got better.
I did. Did you notice though? By the way. there are different armor satchels now that give you different amounts of plates.
Yes.
So you start in with 2 plates, but you can get an armor satchel that gives you 3 and it's a different color, or you could have an armor satchel that only gives you 2. D-Rob and I found out something real specific about that too that me and you gonna talk off cam. Okay. But I actually like the fact that now there are 2 and 3 plate armor satchels, and it's not just.
I think I already know what you're about to say. I think I already know. I think I know.
Peeped the scheme?
Yeah, because it's kind of slick. It's kind of, yeah, that's slick.
You peeped the scheme?
Yeah, I'm not going to say nothing because I don't, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, you know what? That's the one thing that we got to stop doing.
But I feel like that's something you got to release in a YouTube video, though.
Yeah, okay.
Because if it's in here, it's low-key going to get lost, but nah.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
That's a video on its own.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
But I actually like the fact that there are 2 and 3 plate satchels now, because I feel like it was great being able to grab a satchel and immediately have 8 plates for the game that we were playing of Warzone 2019, well, right. 2020. But I felt like at some point you became dependent on a satchel. At least I was, respectfully. Because I already knew, especially playing something like Rebirth, all I got to do is find somebody with 1 armor satchel. Right. And I'm good for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
I'm great. I'm good to go. But with this year of Warzone 2.0, I actually want it to feel more realistic. I want it to be more of a battle royale where you got to be very surgical with your plates, with the decisions that you're making, with the loot that you can carry, with everything that you got in your backpack, because self-reses are just on the floor now. But if you have one, you can carry one in your backpack. So
you can basically carry anything in your back, almost anything.
So that can change the tide of you winning or losing a game, because you have one person, all right, this person's role on the team is carrying all, he's basically our medic.
Right.
So he has this, and this. He always has plates on him. We always make sure we give him the 3-plate satchel, things of that nature. But this person, they're the ammo person. So you don't need to carry nothing else but ammo. And I feel like with the player base that they're trying to appeal to, that's essentially the direction that they're going for, where it doesn't matter what type of player you are, you can play your role as best as you possibly can.
But that's what makes Battle Royale what it is.
Yeah.
If I want to run around with a bunch of health in my back pocket, I should be able to. If I want to run around with a bunch of health in my pocket, ammo, I should be able to. Mm-hmm. If I want tacticals or lethals, I should be able to. It's my choice. Battle Royale should be a sandbox. It's Fortnite. Fortnite don't tell you what you can and what you cannot carry.
Blackout, you could have you could have 2-3 columns of ammo, and then you had somebody that was running all med kits, another that was running all bandages. Then you had somebody who was lucky enough to get trauma kits.
Right.
You could drop a trauma kit for your teammate. And I love that dynamic, because when you and I played Blackout, we didn't run the same thing.
No, because I was one of those players back then. I used to run with a lot of trip mines. So you would see me just blending, and and especially like at the end of BO4, BO4 wasn't one of those games you could just be out in the open just running around at the end of the no, you had to, if you was going to win, you had to find the area, one of them houses to get into, and you knew, like, okay, it's about to get crazy right now.
Especially where heavy metal drop, too.
Yes. In Warzone, it was just like, nah, let's just go chase everybody down and just run around like a chicken with your head cut off.
Yeah.
Nah, this right here, this negates all of that, because if I got more armor than you in my backpack and I thought about it, I was like, nah, I'm not about to sit there and just run around with just this. I balance my back. Balance is going to be the key for solo players now. It's not just based off of just you just being like, oh, satchel, got my satchel, I got stem shots, I got this, and I'm good. Nah, anybody could have anything on them now, anything. So you didn't loot bodies well, or you're not going through your inventory well. You go to the end of the circle, you have little ammo, you got health on you, but you ain't got no ammo. This person, they got everything balanced. They got ammo, but all they got to do is just wait you out. You feel what I'm saying? Like, they just start picking shots. Hey, I promise you they ain't got nothing else left. And now they got stuff, they still got throwables, they still got, I mean, this game is going to be, when I tell you, I think that this game, even though, we'll talk about the cons later, I see this backpack system being one of the big staples of why people come to play this game, is because of what you can carry in your backpack.
I'm hoping, actually, I really am. Because at some point, Warzone 1 just became repetitive. we land here. If you play Rebirth, land Control, land Prison. Hurry up and get 7,500. Go get your loadout. Once you go get your loadout, go get plates if necessary. If not, hopefully you kill and knock somebody that got a satchel. Next thing you know, once you get your loadout, you already good to go. Right. All right, bye. I'm about to go all the way on the other side of the map. I'll see you when I see you.
I see when I see you.
Just stay alive so I can come back.
Right.
But with Warzone 2.0, I want it to feel like a real battle royale where it's like, okay, you could try to separate from your team, but if you don't have the proper items in your backpack,
if you don't manage,
you're going to get caught, or you wipe a whole team and they don't have any loot that you're looking for.
Right.
They don't have enough bullets. They don't have enough health.
Right.
They don't have a self-res on them. And you're still by yourself all the way on this big map. I personally want to feel that pressure of really making critical decisions like, okay, we're pushing to the final circle. Do I keep this med on? Do I keep this health on me, or do I get more ammo?
Right.
For the situation that I'm in.
Right. Or do you have an ammo box on you?
Right.
Do you already have?
Do I use this ammo box, or do I take this deployable cover with me, or do I use the deployable dummy instead of this ammo box?
Because I don't have loadout. I came back in. I found some things, put it in my backpack. I was like, look. I don't really have good loadout, so I got a deployable dummy on me. I got a self-res on me, and I got this. This is all I got. Now, in that backpack, you can start putting stuff together. Not like how it is in Warzone 1, where it's like, man, once you use what you got, that's it. Like, you can't. I like this. I like it. I think it's going to also create what we would consider to be, because even in Fortnite, there was a meta. Yeah. H1Z1 had a meta for backpacks.
Yeah.
Every battle royale has for solo players, like if you're solo pub stomping, there's a meta for it. You got to have this and this if you want to be the best balance that you could possibly be. And then there's going to be some players going to be like, well, I don't use that meta. I play like this because I'm a sniper. So because I'm a sniper, I hold this, and this.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, I like it. It's going to open up people.
I'm hoping that this backpack system really opens people's minds, like how we're discussing. There's also another thing. I want to be real. We've always been mentally like in another universe when it comes to everything.
Right, thinking outside the box.
We see things so differently than the average person, and I really want this backpack system to be at least somewhat close to that, or at least in that realm. And it's not just, okay, we got the backpack system, but this is what you need to run in your backpack, and you'll win every game. I don't want it to be repetitive. I really don't. I don't want Warzone 2 to be repetitive.
Can I say something on can I touch on that a little bit? That's what she said. The biggest problem with having metas is that it makes it feel like you can't do anything. Gaming is supposed to be an experience that you get to live in this world the way you want to.
Right.
And when you make that statement of me, you've always been ahead, like we've always been in our own box, that's because me and you think, how does this affect you and I? And I'm not asking to be the greatest player in the world. I don't care to be the best player in the world. I don't care to, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to make an experience that only you and I can give.
Right.
And the game has to be more open in allowing us to do that.
Right.
Most games don't give you that freedom. They don't give you that freedom of, hey, here, do what you want to do with this. Like, for instance, if there's a player that manages the cars well, you didn't manage cars well in Warzone 1. If you just had a big Bertha, brother, you just had a big Bertha. That's all you needed. You didn't need that little Jeep. You didn't need that little car. Just get a Bertha, and that changes the whole tide of most situations. Get an airstrike. You get a knock, call an airstrike in immediately.
Yep.
With this, I don't want it to just be that. I don't want it to be like you just follow a format and you just do what they're doing. Like, no, I want to play my way. So where now people go, you know what? I like they channel because they channel different from, they got a whole different method, the way that they go about playing, the way that they go about, you know what I mean? The way that they use it. And the fact that like the game has dummies and all that other stuff. If you don't have the ammo, you don't have the guns, putting all the good field upgrades in the game. Not just the, you know what I mean? Like now they have the shield is still gonna be there. It makes you play different and be like, you know what? I might not have everything I want, but I can make a play out of this. They're pushing me. I got a dummy by the door. So as soon as the dummy goes off, I know they're upstairs. You feel what I'm saying? Like it gives you like UAVs. Like
I saw a crazy dummy play during that event. I
You
saw
did?
a
I'm gonna have
crazy
to,
play.
You got to show it to me so I can actually see
I
it.
saw a crazy play. Hopefully, I can find it, but if not, I can just describe it for you.
Go
but
ahead.
yeah.
What else we got, man? What other pros we got? What you got for me?
I enjoyed how the UI looks of the store now.
Okay.
The buy, when you go to the buy, I enjoy the fact now that everything has icons. The layout is different, and it's not just a top up and down menu. Because as a controller player, getting in the buy is a lot easier than someone playing mouse and keyboard. I can definitely say that 100%. So looking from the mouse and keyboard player's perspective, them trying to hurry up and get in the buy whatever it is they need to get, and then come out of it, I could see that it was a lot harder for them. Because even for me as a controller player, when that glitch was in the game where you would try to go all the way down to get a UEV and it would go up one, and then you have to go back down and buy, I can only imagine what that was like for mouse and keyboard players.
Right.
Because you're trying to hurry up, get in, and get out, but then that little glitch happens, then now you got to readjust, and then you end up getting shot, or you're taking too long, or whatever the case may be. I just like the fact that the menu looks a lot more cleaner and simplistic. I really do. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put an asterisk by this. I don't know how to feel about the fact that you can buy Daddy now. I don't know how to feel about that.
We're going to talk about it in the cons. We're going to talk about the cons.
That's why I just put a little asterisk by it. Another pro. The guns sound more authentic, or they sound more healthy. They sound more beefy when they shoot.
Like rich?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Perfect word. The guns have more power behind when they shoot. I'm gonna be honest. If I heard a gun like the Blixen shooting, I'm not finna take that gun serious. If I didn't know what it was, and I just heard it on the map, it don't sound intimidating.
Right.
But when you hear like a M4 in Modern Warfare 2 or Warzone 2 get shot, the guns sound, they got that power behind them where it's like damn, what is he shooting?
Right.
Or like the sniper. That sniper has more oomph behind it when you shoot it, whether it's a suppressor on it or not. That boom is loud.
Right.
And I really do like that, because when playing a battle royale, whether it's Rebirth, Caldera, Fortune's Keep, Verdansk, everybody just wants to have that battle royale experience.
Right. True battle royale experience.
And when you watch TV shows, you watch movies, TV shows and movies, they captivate you so much because they pay attention to the small details. Adding a sound effect right here. Making sure this sound effect has more boom behind it. The cinematic transitions when it goes whoo, different sound effects give you different feels and perspectives.
Right.
So to be able to play a video game and experience that, I'm gonna be locked in.
Right.
Like when you played the Halloween update of Warzone and you didn't know which box was gonna give you the jump scare or not. That added a whole different level of awareness, because imagine you already landing, somebody's chasing you, you open the box thinking it's loot, and you get jump scared.
Right. Right.
Give me an experience, okay? That's all I ask.
Okay.
Give me an experience. Other than that, no. Well, for me, I feel like that's all of my pros. I'm sorry. Those are all of my pros.
Damn, I got my bra showing. That joke always get me every time. So I got some cons. I wouldn't really consider all of these to be cons. Cons aren't always a bad thing. It's not meant to be bad. It just might be a concern.
I was about to say, quality of life, possible changes.
How the money, how hard is it to really get money? Because I saw the prices of them damn guns. It was like 25,000, 30,000. You saw the price of it? It was kind of wild. I'm like,
I saw that.
Is the money that they get, are they giving out a lot of money, or is it more like we got to do things to get more money? Like we got to do like side missions in order to get like a big payout. Like you do a side mission, you get 15,000 for this. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Pro, by the way, it is cool that you can buy a custom loadout. Now, I don't know if that's your specific custom loadout at the buy, but it is great that you can buy a custom loadout just in case you got to regain, come back in, you happen to find a bag, and you got some sort of weapon that can fight back.
Right.
Excuse me. and you don't just have like a pistol or a really a common SMG, and you feel that, bro, like he got loadout, I got this. Like, what am I really supposed to do?
Yeah.
But now you can actually go get a custom loadout where it's like, okay, I only got 30 bullets, or I only got 30 bullets with 2 mags.
Right.
I can make this work. All I gotta do is knock or finish one person and get their loot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So that's also a pro for me too, by the way.
A con for some people, they're going to be very upset about this. You cannot map people from a far distance.
I like that, by the way.
If again, that could be a pro or con for, again, cons aren't always bad. It's just concern for some people. You can't map people like how you could in Warzone. You're not going to see an LMG like just like the stoner just beaming somebody running across to the Bruin. Nah, bro. If they far, I've seen a lot of people trying to tap fire.
Yep.
And I like that because the problem, and this is why I said in the last video, when you think about what the difference between keyboard and mouse and controller, on Warzone, it's gonna balance out a little bit. It will, because keyboard and mouse players shoot better at a far distance, and tap firing and recoil controlling, that's a very good thing for keyboard and mouse players. Up close, very good thing for controller players. You gonna get cooked. But at that medium long range distance, bro, them keyboard and mouse players, they're gonna have a nice time shooting you from a far distance, because these guns got some kick on them.
And that also makes me think about it as well. I think at some point shooting people from longer distance is going to become easier because you have weapon tuning this year.
Right.
And I've been doing my own little experiments with gun setups, and to be able to turn a M4 into a gun that can shoot longer distance, has a quick ADS, has a crazy ADS movement speed, and aiming idle stability, that's kind of crazy. Okay. So I feel like that balance, I mean, them giving us 5 attachments, that was the balance.
I personally haven't gone through the weapon tuning yet, because I'm still under the whole, like, I gotta get all my guns leveled up. So by the time I level them up, I haven't really sat there with one gun and been using it. But I'll definitely get in the lab when Warzone 2 comes out and actually start building up the classes that I really want and that I want to use.
You're gonna have a great time in there, for real. Okay. You're gonna have a great time in there, and then once like the actual stat sheet comes out of what the tuning does and all that other stuff, you're gonna enjoy it a lot.
Okay. The gulag is still kind of weird. You're still helping another person.
Still 2v2.
Come out the gulag. It's still 2v2. So you're still helping somebody else that's not on your team. You're helping them come out the gulag. You feel what I'm saying? So I kind of feel like that's gonna be weird in tournaments where, like, if that person don't want you to make it out, so they purposely don't help you and they let you lose the gun. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's gonna be very, very awkward. Because I think if one of you win, y'all both come out.
Is it?
Isn't it?
I'm actually not too sure, because I remember Swag and Nadia were in the ghoulie, but they both won. And I think also if a teammate of yours dies early and you win the ghoulie, I think that brings your teammate back.
Okay.
Because I believe, I can't fully confirm, but I believe that happened because Swag was with Nadia and Clara at work. Clara died. Swag and Nadia are in the ghoulie. They win the ghoulie, and I think Clara came back too.
That's kind of crazy if that is true. That is crazy if that is true.
I don't know.
So
I don't know about that. How'd you feel about the map itself?
Again, I still felt like the pacing of the game is still slow.
Yep.
I'm watching and it's taking a long time before I see somebody fight somebody. Like, they're running around and I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm seeing the map. I'm seeing some old stuff. I'm seeing the old maps that are in the game. I love the map. It's amazing to look at, but the space between each team, it's like, bruh, y'all got to make people come together a lot quicker. And I get that there's 3 different zones. That's cool. So you win your zone, that's yours. Now y'all gonna fight in the last zone. I get that. But if we're not getting to those zones solo fast enough, and then what happens if it's basically like a lot of the teams went to zone A because zone A has better positioning. So everybody always go to zone A rather than B and C, and that's like a thing where everybody goes to this zone. Or if they avoiding that zone,
some
and they're
spot
all
is going to become the meta landing spot.
Right, you see what I'm saying? Like, where it's like people are avoiding because they don't like being in this zone. Because this zone, so now it's forcing people. So now people in zone B are not really getting no action. So if you do play, you just like, hey, I'm going for win. So always land at zone B because nobody.
You know somebody gonna make them videos. You know for sure.
Right.
For sure.
It's like how to get wins, how to get more wins in Warzone. Like, okay, bruh. So I thought about that too. Like, how are they going to balance with these 3 different zones? And how is it truly going to be balanced so that people aren't trying to go to a specific zone just because they know that people don't like landing here at that often? Another thing, not a con, but this is one I kind of question. My question is can you dolphin dive onto a ledge grab, or can you hold onto a ledge, let go, and grab onto a ledge below that building's level?
So you're on the second or third floor, and you drop down and grab onto the ledge on the second floor and hop in the window, or
right, to make people think, oh,
I've never
he
seen
jumped
it.
up. I haven't
I've never seen it.
And another thing too is this is a con for me. I've tried on multiple different things. If you have done it and done it successfully, send me a video on Twitter. My Twitter is inside the description box, where you're able to walk off a ledge on any ledge. It doesn't matter. And you're able to actually walk off and turn around and grab the ledge at the same time.
I've done it on a ladder, but I've never done it on a ledge.
I've never done it on a ledge. I've done a ladder too, but I can't turn, I can't just, so you're walking and then you walk off and turn around and they're able to grab onto it before you fall.
Yeah, for me, it's a canned animation.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Have you seen it yet?
I've never seen it.
See, and that to me,
I've never seen it.
If that's not possible, that's going to be tough because I personally see a lot of plays from that, especially in Warzone. You're holding onto you jump out of a window, and you're holding onto a ledge, and you let go and grab onto the ledge at the bottom, and jump back into the window, or you jump onto the ledge, and now you're looking up and you're holding up like this because you know they're gonna peek down. Those plays would be, those are gonna be some insane plays. If you're gonna take away slide canceling, you're gonna take away bunny hopping, you gotta add those type of plays in the game. You have to.
That would be really a nice dynamic to a battle royale experience.
Right.
Like, I feel like you have all of these new movement mechanics, but in multiplayer at least, I haven't found the use of mantling or like ledge grabbing. I haven't found it at all.
Me neither.
Me personally, it actually gets me killed.
Right.
Because now you don't just jump and mantle on something. You jump,
you hold,
grab onto it,
and then
you got to pull yourself up and
Yep.
then jump over it. Gunfights are happening in milliseconds.
Yeah.
You don't have time to do that. So maybe in Warzone 2, that movement mechanic will be more appreciated. It will be more used. I doubt it'll be used by good players. It'll happen rarely, and when it does, it'll probably be a clip that goes viral, whatever the case may be. But I feel like these movement mechanics are great, but I haven't found the use of them. It was great to see it in the trailer.
It was nice.
It was great to use it in campaign.
Yeah.
But it was because I was forced to use it. If you telling me I could just play,
I don't remember ledge grabbing at all.
I don't have to use it, and I can still drop numbers
in the campaign. I don't remember ledge grabbing not once.
Really?
I didn't use the ledge grab not once in the campaign. I didn't see a reason to use it ever. Whenever if Call of Duty made it to where the maps were designed to ledge grab, you think about all the maps. All the maps are still three. They're still the 3 lanes. They're still run, jump heavy. At what time do you be like, oh, I'm gonna hold the ledge, look over, and actually shoot my gun? Think about it. There's never a time where you're like, oh, I'm gonna grab a ledge and just start shooting my gun over the wall. When? Like I use it because I just like being a prick.
I've seen it. I've seen you use it.
What's the map with the market the market in it? You like that map?
Alamos?
Okay, so Los Alamos.
Yeah, something like that.
On the other side of the wall, there's a wall when you're by parking lot. You grab onto the brick wall and you look over. And I like to use the Magnum and shoot over the wall. Why? Because most people, they're in the middle of the map. So that's a time
you're talking about where that RV is.
Yeah, I like to.
You use that?
Yeah, because
okay.
Think about it. They can't.
That would be a nice spot for hardcore.
If they shoot you, they just have a hell of a shot on them. So if you hold over the wall and you're like, bow, 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 nobody, bro, the chances, the odds of them shooting you it's slim to, and also too, you can see them crossing from the gate.
It's a really inconspicuous spot too. Then that predictable head glitch that everybody goes on.
But again, Jay, that's like one map where I've seen that ledge grab is actually viable. Every other map, I'm trying to think to myself like the map with the school, with the broken school in the back left. I can't think what the map is, but it's only one map with a school in it. So,
oh,
yeah, you know what map I'm talking about.
You talking about the map where I said I was going to be patrolling all outside?
Yes.
Yeah, I know exactly what map I'm talking about.
That map has a lot of walls where you can pull up and look over. But the problem with trying to do it there is the spawns are so random, and they spawn everywhere. By the time you look up and pull, somebody's behind you. So those type of maps are like hard to use it. Now, when you see like those big walls, yes, it's good to use it, but you have to have the right regular pistols trying to shoot over the wall, and I just don't see it working in Warzone. Think about it. In order to shoot over a wall, you have to have a pistol.
You have to have a pistol, even if you don't have one?
You can't use the SMG to shoot over a wall, and you can't use the AR to shoot over a wall. You have to have a pistol. Who in their right mind is finna use a pistol in Warzone? Not unless snake shots are broken, but even then, you can only use one of the pistols, not both. So if you're willing to walk around with an AR and a deagle, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like
you're crazy.
You basically made a mechanic. Mind you, I get what the mechanic is for. Without it, you're able to grab onto a wall, look over and see what's happening. If somebody sees you, you're able to let go and drop, and then you're able to make a play. That's beautiful, Jay. But you can't use that so everything about this game is based off of playing defense.
Can you reload on the wall too?
I don't know. You can't reload on the wall. No, you have to let go. I've tried to reload with the revolver. I mean, it's impossible. You need two hands. You can't reload with. You definitely can't do it with the revolver. I know that. So again, I personally don't see the purpose of having the ledge wall unless they make it to where you can fall from a building and grab onto another ledge. But then on top, again, I said, how do you just grab? How do you walk to the ledge and just hang on the ledge? You can't just walk to a ledge and hang on it. You have to jump onto a ledge.
You might have to actually jump off the edge and then pull yourself back when you're jumping off.
I tried that. You can't. You can't navigate your body.
Hey, never mind.
No. If you're parachuting and you parachute to a building,
you can parachute on the ledge, yeah, for sure.
But then again, can you grab onto the ledge below that?
I haven't done it.
See, and that's
I haven't done it.
This is where I say there's a lot of questions that we need answered, and I don't think that I don't think that Call of Duty has answers to these questions.
It's definitely going to be great to ask them during that briefing, because of course we're going to get invited to them now,
right?
And being able to ask the devs these questions, I'm not gonna be pessimistic and say I don't think they'll have an answer for us, but I think they'll have an answer, but to a lot of our questions, it may not be what we want to hear.
I don't think we're gonna like the answer.
Like it might be we can't do that, or it might be, well, if we try that, we plan on implementing this in a later season. So I don't know, because that would be kind of scary to implement a new movement mechanic in a new season. That would be kind of crazy. I don't think that's ever been done in Call of Duty.
What mechanic would you add to the game?
That ledge grab, like a different ledge grab variety.
Right. Okay.
I don't know how that would look as a new moving mechanic being added into a Call of Duty, when we know if one thing comes undone in Call of Duty, or if it's one misclick of a code, you got a whole tier 100 skin running around the map with no body.
Right.
All you see is his head. So I don't know. I feel like the ledge grab was a great idea, but it didn't give off the message that they were intending to.
No, it didn't. I'm being honest with you. That's probably the most. Put in the comments. Put in the chat. You guys are here too on Twitch watching live, but for YouTube, put in the comment section. Do you actually use the ledge grab, and when do you use the ledge grab? Are you using it as an aggressive technique, or are you using it as a defensive technique?
I've seen it used in such a troll way, like when people were playing the beta and doing it to do pull-ups, like
Pull up, right? And that's
like
what I'm
nobody
saying.
takes
like,
that serious.
Yeah, and again, it could be. It's not that it's useless. It's not you. I wouldn't say it's useless, because if you don't want to push something, and you're like, okay, what's over this wall? You grab onto it and pull up and look to see who's on the other side of this wall.
Or you jump onto a ledge in a window and you pull up and see somebody that either is running to the window,
Right.
or you see them coming into the room and you drop down.
And you let go, right?
Yeah.
Or, and then another thing too is, I don't know if you can. I haven't tried it, but can you actually throw tacticals and lethals over the wall? Like you're holding onto it, and you actually grab it and throw.
Not that I've seen or done.
Because that would be nice. That would be clean if you could.
Yeah, it would. I wouldn't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know. And also too, I haven't tried to jump on the ledge and like turn around and try to like jump to another, like you know how like you're holding this way, and instead of holding this way, you turn where one arm is on the ledge, and you actually turn this direction.
Like what you did in Vanguard, and that's in that mission.
I'm not sure what you can do pointing this direction. Like I don't know if you can jump onto something else. I don't know yet. I haven't tried. Because the maps aren't designed for you to use it. Like, I thought the ledge grabbing was going to be, they were going to make the maps to where you could actually, how in Vanguard you could climb up walls in the missions, in the campaign mission. She could actually climb up walls.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was going to be too.
I thought it was
That's
going to be.
what we all thought.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like kind of like Uncharted.
Yeah.
I thought it was like Uncharted, like where you can actually climb up a freaking wall if it has bricks that's pointing out.
Yeah.
You can literally just climb up the wall yourself and still be able to shoot down. Like this mechanic is probably the most useless mechanic I think Call of Duty's ever made. And I think the slide is the second most useless mechanic in the game.
What would you rate Warzone 2 from what you've seen?
I would have to rate Warzone 2 about, it's obviously higher than the MP. So if I would give it about a strong 8, because everything looks like it's planned to be exactly what it needs to be for Warzone 2. I would give it an 8 for right now. Oh shoot, I got plastic in my pocket.
I think I'd give it about a I give it about a 7.5. I give it about a 7.5, but I will say watching something is different from playing it.
Right, and when we played it, it was way funner playing it.
And it really was an experience being on that big ass map, not knowing where you're going. We didn't even know where to land.
And I don't know, why did that give more of a survival feel than DMZ mode did? Am I bugging?
Beats me.
Am I bugging? Or like, I don't know. Am I bugging?
I definitely felt that sense of urgency playing Warzone 2.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, it was an actual LAN event where you're playing against the best players in the world.
Right.
But it was just the atmosphere itself. It was the quality of the game, the details on the buildings, how elaborative and creative all the rooms were. Man, I ran into multiple buildings, and for me, every building looked different. That could have just been my excitement and my adrenaline running, but I don't remember any building looking the same. Whether it was a house, a hut, an actual building with more floors, I don't think they all looked the same.
Every building was different, especially in the city. When we went to the city,
when we were in downtown,
those buildings were all different. And I'm and then looting off of like stuff, like it wasn't just like, oh, loot box. No, you looting off of everything. Tables, underneath chairs, cash registers, like. That feeling, even going to the med boxes and opening and the medicine cabinet, opening
you
up.
can get loot from refrigerators too.
I like that. Like I love that feeling. I'm like, damn, this would have been a. That's for the other video, y'all. Want to see that video? I'll make sure to go watch that one. Jay, you got anything else for this one? I think this is it for our podcast this time, man.
Make sure you guys like the video. Comment on the video. Give us your thoughts. Are you excited for Warzone 2? Are you not excited for Warzone 2? How do you feel about Warzone 2 and the changes that they've made? How do you guys feel about the map? Let us all know in the comments. I'm very excited for what's to come in Warzone 2 because I'm excited to showcase a new chapter and a invention of myself. Because I personally feel like in Warzone 1, I didn't really showcase how great of a COD player I truly am and a Battle Royale player.
Right.
But with this new Warzone coming out, I will be able to fully dedicate my time, my energy, and everything I possibly can to Warzone 2 from beginning to end. With all that being said, I hope you guys all have a great, wonderful, and amazing day. With all that, I ain't got nothing else, man.
Hey, go do something.